Hello, beautiful people. We're straight jorking it right now. Hello, my fellow Jorkineers, Jorkenters, Jork contenders, people who are competing in the Jork Olympics. I'm going to be predicting the Atlanta Falcons season and what happens over down in Georgia. Stick around to see what kind of crazy I come up with. And hey, most important thing, keep jorking it for America. Let's get into the video.
Yeah, okay, good morning, afternoon, and evening. It's the guy you should believe in. Dropping heat like every season. Underdog like Willie Beeman. Classic like Dom singing. Blasting like bombs ringing.
Alrighty, the team that Zane has chosen is the Atlanta Falcons. If you don't know, Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix Jr. are the QBs. Obviously, Kirk Cousins is the starting QB. Week 1, they play the Steelers in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It is a home game. They lose to the Steelers.
Wow.
The reason being is because everyone's going to be talking. They're going to be finagling. I still don't know what that word means, but they're going to be finagling. And they're going to be talking about like, oh my gosh, Kirk Cousins is a bust. Why did you guys do this?
You're using that completely wrong. Keep going.
Who cares? Week 2, Philadelphia Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field. They lose to the Philadelphia Eagles. Two birds going at it. Obviously, Eagles are better than Falcons. So obviously, Eagles beat the Falcons.
Dropping 2 games early. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
0-2 going into it, and it does not stop there because then they play the Chiefs. This is early season, early season Chiefs. What are they going to be like? You have the best QB in the league, best tight end in the league, but for whatever reason, they suck in the beginning of the year. So this is a win. After going 0-2, they pick up a win against the Kansas City Chiefs because that's just how the league goes, right? When somebody looks like they're going to be asked the entire year, unless you're the Carolina Panthers, you pick up a win against a good boy, a big boy, if that. So they are 1-2 going into week 4. They play the New Orleans Saints. Who's their quarterback? Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Derek, the man Carr in Mercedes-Benz.
Man Car.
In Mercedes-Benz
That'd be a
Stadium.
sick last name. Mancar.
Another home game. This is when they're starting to feel it out. They're starting to get everything together. Kirk Cousins has Drake London, Bijan Robinson, and Kyle Pitts on his offense. That's a crazy offense. What do the Saints have? They have a great offense as well, but not as good as the Falcons. So they go 2-2, beating the New Orleans Saints in week 4. Week 5 is the Bucks. Baker Mayfield just got his contract. There's another guy on the defense who got a big contract. They're trying to go deep in the Super Bowl. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen because the Falcons are beating the Bucks in week 5. That makes it 3-2 going into week 6. They're playing the Carolina Panthers.
Dub.
Dub? Why do you think this is a dub?
Their ass.
Carolina Panthers are ass. I don't know. They had a 33-year-old Adam Thielen that the Carolina Panthers were throwing to. Now they have, I went down to the corner, they have that man playing for him. They have Bobby Boucher's defensive coach, whatever his name was, playing as a wide receiver, reincarnated. So this is a loss for the Falcons. Carolina Panthers beat the Falcons. They are now 3-3. Going to the week 7. Versus Seattle.
Okay.
Versus Seattle. This is a home game. 2 Hawks going at it. A regular Hawk and then a Seahawk. Which one in nature beats the other?
The Hawk.
The Hawk, because Seahawks don't actually exist. So the Falcons beat the Seahawks. And then now it is 4-3. Going into weekend.
Oh my gosh, dude. Do we
Here.
need to take your talking privileges away too? Holy Moses. Keep it together.
Little wraparound.
You wrap around.
Little wraparound. Going to the week 8, they play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They previously.
Holy Moses, dude.
This is all your fault that you're here. They previously lost to the Bucks, but they pull it out in week 8, making them 5-3.
They pull it out on.
They pull it out on top of that.
At the last moment.
Yes, and this is crushing the media. Everybody's like, Buccaneers suck. Falcons on top, 5-3. Kirk's figuring it out with this team. Defense is only looking better. Let's keep moving. Week 9. Who are they playing? They're playing the Dallas Cowboys.
Tough game. Let's see.
Tough game. The thing is, Dallas Cowboys have terrible stats when they play away.
Yep.
Guess where this game is?
In
It's in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So the Dallas Cowboys look like they do in the playoffs, and they absolutely shit themselves into diaper and then sniff it for fun. To get a little bit high, pull a little bit of the edge off. They sniff it for fun. So this is a win for the Falcons, making them 6-3 going into week 10. They play the Saints again. Revenge game. But
Another
this is
in-division game?
This is in the Caesar Superdome.
Mm.
So this is an away game. Little bit of a hot streak. Son of a little bit of a hot streak, but it ends here. I think it was a 1-game hot streak. But it ends here. They lose to the Saints, making them 6-4 in week 10. Now going into week 11, they played the Denver Broncos. Here's the thing. You have a rookie QB. You have Sean Payton, who has shown to not be able to run an offense. You have a man. They gave up Justin Simmons. They only have Patrick Surtain. Their defense is ass. Their offense is ass. Everything about that team is ass. So they go to the Mile High Stadium and they absolutely drop trowel in front of the entire stadium.
Wow.
And just let out just a wet stream of hot diarrhea on the field and absolutely destroy the Broncos.
Wow.
Making the Broncos look like the worst team in the league, just how they are currently rated right now. So they are 7-4 after absolutely decimating the Broncos.
Okay.
Week 12, they have a bye. They lose. Week 13, they play the Chargers. They beat the Chargers. Chargers are having another bad year. That's just because it's first year with all these new guys. It's really hard to be great on your first year.
Sure.
You know,
they're just trying to jork it and they can't jork it. They can't figure it out. They can't figure out how to jork it.
Yeah, they can't jork it like they used to back in the day with Matt Ryan. So 8-4 for the Falcons going to week 14. They play the Minnesota Vikings with Sam Darnold, JJ McCarthy, possibly Josh Dobbs. We don't know yet. I don't know what game I said Sam Darnold or JJ McCarthy got hurt, but this is one of the games for sure. This is when JJ McCarthy gets hurt. I want to say in my memory, I think this was the game where JJ McCarthy dislocates his shoulder from throwing a pass too hard because he doesn't have the arm power to throw it 20 yards. And then Joshua Dobbs comes on the field, and then they beat the team that they were playing, which was the Atlanta Falcons. So then they lose. They are now 8-5 in week 14. Going into week 15, they play the Las Vegas Raiders with Gardner Minshew, Max Crosby, and whoever the else. Who cares? Problem here is Falcons don't have that great of an O-line in the defense, and the Raiders have a great D-line. Max Crosby absolutely decimates this team.
Okay.
The flipping Achilles on Kirk Cousins is about to snap off every time it just gets a whistle of wind towards it. You know, he's very fragile at this point in the season. So this is a loss for the Falcons, which is making them 8-6.
Okay.
Now going into week 16, they play the New York Giants. Now, Kirk Cousins, like I said, his Achilles, it's about to detach from the rest of his body and run away to a Chinese store, you know, to try and make some money somewhere else. Maybe a red light district in Amsterdam. Who knows what his Achilles wants to do?
Stay focused. Stay focused.
So they think, alrighty, we're 8-6. Do we have a chance at the playoffs?
Against the Giants, dude? You're dropping a game against the Giants?
I'm asking the question. 8-6, do they have a chance at the playoffs?
Yeah, for sure, especially in that division. Yes.
And you would be correct.
Right.
Because they beat the Giants. Obviously, the Giants don't. They have Daniel Jones. They have Malik Nabers, but Nabers doesn't want to be there. So that makes them 9-6 in week 16. Week 17, Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels, Scary Terry, Josh Downs. No, not Josh Downs. There's some other motherfucker on that team. Terrible defense, but a great offense. Falcons have a terrible defense, but a great offense too. They've been on a little bit of a hot streak here. They lose to Jaden Daniels and Scary Terry.
Boy, wow, that's tough.
Wow, your reactions are so great. They're filling up my cock. Going into week 18, Carolina Panthers.
Jork it.
At the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
They're
Home
jorking.
game. Revenge game, even.
Jorking.
Revenge against those motherfuckers. Those stupid idiots thinking that they could get 2 on us. They don't. And we close it out like a 34-14 type of game. We absolutely lay trout, and then our thing flops out and hits the desk in front of us.
Okay.
Making us 10-7.
Wow. Okay, 10-7. I would say that's probably under what they're projected. I don't know what they're projected, but I feel like that's a little low for them. So Kirk stays healthy through the whole year.
Yeah, that's what we're predicting here.
Okay. So no, we don't get to see Michael Penix at all.
Nope.
There's no game where they test him out. They spin it and take him for a spin.
The reason being is that it proves that the Atlanta Falcons are just terrible football team. They're just like terrible, like owner-wise, front office-wise. They're just off.
Franchise. They're just bad.
Yeah,
bad
awful franchise. Bad franchise. Maybe a good franchise because he does stay healthy. I don't know, but 10-7 is where I have them.
All right, 10-7. I feel like that's reasonable. I feel like that's not taking in the hype. That's pretty reasonable. 10-7 seems like it's doable for them for sure.
Yeah, it's Kirk goddamn Cousins.
I think you could. There's a couple games in there. The Commanders game, the first Panthers game, you could give that to them potentially. I'm just saying. I'm saying if you're optimistic, you could give that to them. They're looking at 12-5, something around there.
But I'm doing the Panthers next week, baby. You're gonna flip your little shit when you hear what I have to say.
Yeah, I probably will. So what do you think? Was Zane off base? Was he in line? I think it's a pretty reasonable record for the Falcons. They're in a division that's winnable, and they've got a clearly better team than last year, better coaching staff in my eyes. So we'll see what they can do. Leave your take on this whole thing down in the comments. If it's good enough, it'll be a part of next week's show. While you're down there, like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't. We're on the quest to 1,000 subscribers, and we want you to be a part of it. Again, I'm Devin. The other guy predicting is Zane. This is Buffet Sports. It's all you can eat. Ciao, guys.